Well, that's not what we wanted. Most people don't fail at marketing, they just drown themselves in their own cleverness. Let me explain. Welcome back to day 3 of the Daily Reps podcast. Today we're going to talk about simple marketing wins every time. Essentially, most people just overcomplicate marketing. Marketing, yes, there is elements of that are complicated, and there's psychology in there and all the rest of it, and fuck. Alright, welcome back to day 3 of Daily Reps. Today we're going to talk about simple marketing wins. And so what I mean by that is most people just overcomplicate marketing. Yes, there are parts that can be very complicated. As someone who's growing a marketing agency, I know exactly why people think it's complicated, but a lot of the times it doesn't need to be so complicated. You don't need to be a psychologist major to understand human behavior to be able to. People want to buy, right? And as long as you've got a good, or people want to pay attention, it depends what it is. Maybe it's just a social media platform that you've got. Maybe it's you just want people to listen to you because you've got something important to say. Maybe it's a business and you want to grow more leads, more customers, you want to gain revenue. So yeah, the simplest marketing often is the best, but it's often overlooked. And what I mean by that, again, is just you don't need to be super smart. As long as it's clear and it's repeatable, it works because you're getting consistency of message out there and people understand who you are and what you do. If, for example, you run a sports injury clinic, one of my clients is a sports injury therapist, and he works with people. Oh, fuck. Fucked that up, haven't I? Alright guys, welcome back to Daily Reps episode 3. Today we're going to talk about why simple marketing often wins, okay? And what I mean by that is it might just be a case of you simplifying the message and just repeating it over and over again in slightly different ways, just to make sure your brand and your message is clear. Maybe you're talking about the same thing. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Eddie Abu, but all he says is eat more eggs and eat less sugar, or eat no sugar, and you're pretty much better than 99% of people out there. That's literally all he says in most of his videos. And he's become very famous off the back of it, and he's very memeable because he says the same thing over and over again in a lot of videos. And people don't necessarily lose interest either. Maybe you want to grow your client base. Maybe you want to make your customers worth more. Maybe you want to increase your business's revenue. Well, let's take it from a marketing perspective. One of my clients is a sports injury therapist, right? So he'll take someone who's injured their knee, injured the back, whatever it is, or maybe just got bad posture and they want to improve their posture. So they'll take them in, he'll do an assessment, and he'll just do the same similar treatments, but because he's got specialist treatments in like acupuncture, in dry cupping, in scraping, and all that sort of stuff, he becomes very valuable because one, he's got a very good skill set, but his marketing just needs to say that he tailors to them because he does, and he does an assessment and a consultation with them. But for people, that's like a high value thing, so they keep coming back to that. People are drawn in that way, but also he's got the same consistent message. I can help you heal faster, and there's only so many different ways you can say it. You know, I can help you heal faster. I can help you get back on your feet. I can get you back to work. I can get you better lifting. I can get you to perform a new personal best. All the sort of things, and it's all the same repeatable things that you just repurpose, regurgitate, and people don't necessarily get bored of it. They want to know that you're offering consistency, that you're there for them when they need it, and that you're actually active and you're doing something. So we just consistently put out the same message. We did a couple of offers and stuff, but a lot of the times it's just about communicating with your audience. It's just about telling them that you're still there, telling them that you do these services, telling them that you've helped other people. And people will naturally refer other people once they remember they've been to you. The main thing, if you've got a business right now that you've got a few hundred people on your social medias, you've got a few hundred people that you've seen, or a few thousand people that you've seen, you don't necessarily need to spend £1,000 on ads. All you need to do is nurture that old client base. That's all we've done with him. We've never run paid ads. Okay, we've done a little bit of meta ads, but they didn't really do anything. And I'll tell you more about that at a later date. But simple marketing just works. Nurture the clients you've got, make them worth more, offer them more value, and offer them an incentive to return. And then, once they do return, offer them an incentive to refer other people. £10 off your next booking with us, you and your mate. What does that do? It then gets them to tell their friend or their family member or their spouse, and they get referred as well. So you've now got two people in your ecosystem. And then what you want to do is you go into that person, and once they come in, you say the same thing. Guys, if you refer somebody and you want to come back for your next session, because you are going to have to come back because of this injury, you want to come back for 3 appointments, for example, the next time you come in, if you refer somebody to me and you had a good experience, then refer somebody and you'll get £10 off your next session. And every time you refer someone, you'll get £10 off your next. So like a simple referral like that. And we've managed to make his old client base worth a hell of a lot more, to where he was almost thinking that he was going to have to take a step backwards to move forwards in terms of working with the previous lot he worked with and lose half of his revenue, or work with me and more than double his revenue in the first month working with me, or nearly double his revenue actually in the first month. And now it's getting to the stage where it's becoming quite stable and quite consistent, and he's multiplied his bookings by at least 25%, if not 30 odd. And that's just nurturing the same clients mostly. There's not really anyone new coming in, it's just new customers from referrals. So simplify your message and then start adding funnels once you've stabilized the business, for example. This is just one example. Simple marketing wins. Consistency with messaging, consistency with referrals, consistency with brand, and just run it. Consistent daily posts. It's another thing that we did, and it works every single time and then use that money to then go and buy new leads. Getting old leads to be worth more and generate new business that way is cheaper than getting new leads. So again, simple marketing wins, communication consistently delivered, and don't build new funnels until you've mastered the follow-ups, until you've mastered the referrals and all that sort of stuff. It's particularly in a service-based industry. So it doesn't matter what business you are. It doesn't matter if you're a car detailer. It doesn't matter if you're a chiropractor. It doesn't matter if you're in finance. It doesn't matter if it's a service-based industry. That's what you do every single time. Closing rep today. What are we going to look at today? Pick one message that you run in your business, your social, whatever part of your life it is. Speak it clearly, speak it consistently, share it today, and that is marketing. It's as simple as that. And make sure you ask for those referrals, bonus tip, because they're awesome. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about basically reverse engineering your life and what that means. So tune in for that. If you have enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like it, comment your thoughts, share it with someone you think might find it valuable, and follow the journey as well. I'm building this day by day, brick by brick, into hopefully a bit of a monster in the marketing, lifestyle, and business space. So follow along, guys, and see you in the next one.